Hey, good morning, folks. Daniel Osborne here. I'm the author of the book coming out called The Road of Happy Destiny, and this is video number 56. In the last video, we did an experiment, kind of, and it wasn't really an experiment because an experiment would be a test, and we don't test God. But what we did do was randomly spin the Bible open and see what kind of message there was for us today. And I'm going to do that again. And the reason why is because I want to kind of confirm the demonstration of God being able to speak to us this way. I mean, God has the ability to do anything. So what would stop him from being able to literally stop time, arrange something, and turn it back on? Would we ever notice? No, we would never notice. And a lot of times that's kind of actually what happens. And that's information coming from the Spirit. So if you would take it as it is, that's just how things work. I will say, though, that when a person tries to control God and his communication with us, even when we have the faith that it's going to be possible, a lot of the times it doesn't work, because as soon as we get our grubby little hands in there and try to manipulate those situations, it's built into the way that the universe works that it just doesn't happen. But when it's done with reverence and respect, and not immediately after already finding a positive result from that, a lot of the times it will still work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. I'm going to just randomly spin the Bible open. And again, when we do this, we don't do it to test God. He says specifically, don't do that. But he does say to test him in his faithfulness. And he is faithful to communicate with us when we have the reverence and respect that he's going to give us a message. Reverence and respect for the message itself, because it has to do with the Word of God. And just adoration and appreciation in a situation that will give glory to God. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try and see how it pans out. Alright, so I have a New King James Version Bible, brand new, never even opened it before. I'm just going to spin it open as random as it gets and put my finger down there, and oh, it says problem. That's kind of fun. I'm going to do this again, and for this reason. This is a really thick piece of paper, and it kind of controlled where I landed. So I'm going to give it one more go. Alright, never opened besides just that one. This is as random as it gets. I have no control over this. Alright, I have no idea what that says, but I'm going to speak on it. And what it says is, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give him his life a ransom for many." And so what is that particular verse talking to us about? Well, I need to look a little bit deeper into it to see a little bit before that particular verse, and a little bit after to see what the context is. Where I just landed was the very end of a section in the book of Mark, chapter 10. And if you'll bear with me just a minute here, I'm going to dive into this a little bit more, because the other main reason why I do these kind of things is to hear, of course, the message from God, but to find out what area does God want me to spend more time focusing on? Where does he want me to dig in deeper in the Word? And what topics does he want me to research more and get a better grasp on? Does he want to speak on something that's happened in my life recently, something that will happen soon? Does he want to speak on have me speak on a topic for the viewer or a person that I'm speaking to about God? He has a message in general. And so determining and having the discernment and intuition to know which one of those formats, I suppose, circumstances he wants me to use the message to address. So if you'll bear with me again just for a moment, I'm going to dive into this here for just a second. Jesus is talking about the need to be a servant, to have a servant's heart. And he's telling the disciples that whoever wants to be great will be a servant to the people that he's around. This world isn't about being in leadership positions to be like a dictator. People that are successful in leadership are those that serve those that follow them. I'll be back with a little bit more information in a moment. And this is that Jesus didn't come to be served. Although he was God, and is the Son of God, and came down, he came to be a sacrifice. He came to serve us. As his creation, as the creator of this creation, he came to be there for us. And I think this is interesting and unique, because in what other story does the hero die for the villain? That's us. He died for us. We're the ones that put him on that cross, but he died for us anyway, willingly. He made the choice, the decision, consciously, to come and do that. And God doesn't often take things, well, I almost said that God doesn't often take things to the extreme, but then I thought about the flood and Sodom and Gomorrah and things like that. But because God, He speaks in a very still, small, quiet voice, and He does things very gently the vast majority of the time. But with Jesus, He took it all the way to the extreme, to the very end. And Jesus, He chose to come and serve. And He says specifically to the disciples that those that would be great among us will serve us. And so He wasn't just talking about Himself in that situation. He was talking about all of us. If we want to be a greater version of ourselves, we need to be of service to other people. We're here for 4 reasons. 1 is to love God to the extreme. 1 is to learn as much as we can. 3 is to help others. And 4 is to help others do those first 3 things. That's what we're here for. God went so far out of His way to save the creation that He created, knowing that it was good, and that it was good inherently. We're good because our parents are good. We're good because God is good. We're bad because we inherited a sinful nature. But nonetheless, even with all those things, we're called to be of service to other people. And in my life experience, I found that there just is no value to life without being of service to other people. I found my value in being of service. I don't find myself to be that fantastic, but when I am making the conscious choice to be of service to other people and I'm fulfilling a calling and doing that, I have a purpose. I'm being of service. I'm not great in my own mind, but there are others that I serve that think that I'm not too shabby. And that's kind of a weird thing for me, because humility goes in 2 directions. I was having a meeting the other day talking about this very specific thing, or this very same thing, where humble pie doesn't taste very good, but it's healthy. And so if we humble ourselves and we be of service to those, if we wash the feet of the people around us, especially for people that are in leadership positions, from an ethical standpoint, it's so important to make the environment that you're providing for other people be morally excellent. Because and I was in church the other day, and this kind of leads me as a segue into this. If not Christians, who's going to be the conscience for the world if not us, the servants, those with a higher moral standard and one incredible example to follow? I don't know. In this video, I'm kind of just rambling a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and close it with that. Thank you for watching. And it is my sincerest prayer in this moment that God bless you continually and abundantly beyond even what you already deserve, that you bring restoration and redemption into your life, that you enjoy the rest of this day and the rest of this week. God bless.